Chapter 10, 3 Kinds of People That We Can't Mess With. Li Dazhuang was already building up a lot of anger from not being able to land a single punch. This time, when he saw Su Cheng flicking his finger at him and provoking him, his inner rage was ignited like a gunpowder barrel. With a deep shout, he charged and swung a fist at Su Cheng at full force. Su Cheng slapped down on the fist, while his other hand formed into a fist and landed on Li Dazhuang's abs. The pain made Li Dazhuang's stomach fluid backflow up his throat, making him almost vomit. Li Dazhuang took a full step back. Embarrassed, he rubbed his tummy for a bit and then unleashed a roundhouse kick. Su Cheng raised his knee and blocked the kick, then immediately stepped forward to land another punch on Li Dazhuang's stomach again. Push! This time, the stomach fluid that was still accumulating in his throat finally gushed out from his mouth. Li Dazhuang wiped the liquid off his mouth and then went completely berserk, throwing 2 fists right back at Su Cheng. The latter casually directed the punches away with 2 slaps, and then with agile speed, he stepped forward and punched Li Dazhuang's stomach again and again. Push! Li Dazhuang puked again, his face already turning twisted from all the pain he was experiencing. He took a few steps back shakily, and Su Cheng just rode the momentum and began landing more punches on his stomach. The punches were dazzling fast like an Ip Man. He chased after Li Dazhuang for a full 5 seconds, landing about 4 punches per second. In the end, Li Dazhuang finally fell on his back with his 4 limbs up, causing a deep bang on the stage floor. Everyone rushed onto the stage and saw white foam coming out from Li Dazhuang's mouth. Then, they heard Li Dazhuang say to Su Cheng in a tone that sounded like he had nothing to live for anymore, "You only know how to punch my stomach. Didn't I tell you, I only know a thing or two?" Su Cheng's words left Li Dazhuang speechless. Ran Jing saw the Li Dazhuang on the floor that looked like he was having a seizure with white foam coming out from his mouth and his eyes rolling back. "Are you okay?" Li Dazhuang kneeled right back down and kept on vomiting after his 2 colleagues helped him up. Su Cheng saw that this troublemaker was finally taken care of, so he turned around and directly left the gym. The 2 colleagues kept on patting Li Dazhuang on the back to help with airflow as they said, "Look at you trying to show off. In the end, you were the one who got fucked." The other colleague also patted Li Dazhuang's shoulder sympathetically and sighed, "You successfully played the part of the villain that got face slapped by the main character. That's enough, don't make him feel even worse. He's already feeling like shit, take him to the hospital." "Why's a grown-ass man crying like this?" Li Dazhuang sobbed until his body trembled. "You think I'm crying because I lost to him? I'm fucking crying because I couldn't even fucking touch him. Why? Why can't I touch him once? That feeling, it was as disgusting as getting fucked by a bull. I've never been this sorrowful in my life. Ah! I feel like I'm going crazy." The 2 colleagues looked at Ran Jing with odd expressions on their faces and asked, "Jing, you sure that guy's regional police ID isn't fake?" Ran Jing was currently dumbfounded at the result as well, not knowing how to answer. She quietly said, "That man must have a story. Just judging by that single-handed operation of the gun and his accuracy, he's for sure not simple." At night, Su Cheng went to the police station to take his shift. When he got to the change room to get into his uniform, the old fritter colleague told him, "You shouldn't have taken the night shift." Su Cheng knew the water was deep here, so he asked back, "What happened to that bro's face this morning?" "Minding the wrong business," the colleague said. "At night time, Shangcheng, especially the area we patrol, which is the most prosperous part of the city, has all kinds of people coming out. Those that can afford a nightlife are usually the rich and powerful, and you will be able to see all sorts of exotic cars on the street. Those are the people that us patrol officers try to avoid. That bro tried to rescue a beauty but got beat up. At a place like here, it's better to save yourself some trouble whenever you can. Tonight, I will just show you around the area." Su Cheng nodded. He put on the uniform and the gun that was just assigned to him today and took a look in the mirror. Then, he got on the old fritter's motorcycle and went out. This old fritter colleague supervising him tonight was Zhang Ruan, who was a bit up in the years already. The reason he was given the nickname Old Fritter was that he had been here for 7 years now and was already familiar with all the power and force distributions in the area, including the people that the police should not mess with. The reason the instructor was most confident in handing the night shift to him and having him supervise Su Cheng was not because of his skills, but because he knew who to not piss off and how to not let shit hit the fan. Zhang Ruyan and Su Cheng got onto a motorcycle and went to a school campus to check out the security situation of the students that were just coming out from their night classes. After Su Cheng gave Zhang Ruyan a cigarette, he gave Su Cheng a tip. Remember, in the deep waters of Shangcheng, there are 3 kinds of people we can't mess with. People with a chest tattoo, people with supercars, and beautiful women. Su Cheng frowned. Wait, why is that? After taking another smoke, Zhang Ruyan said, the first kind belongs to the underground world of Shangcheng. Although in the face of the country's government, the dark can only stay in the dark and will immediately die when exposed to light, they still exist. The underground triad members all have bright and positive identities on the outside now as they are trying to shift gear, but that doesn't mean they had a change of heart. So, let's just not mess with those with a chest tattoo, because the 4 big local triads from the old Shangcheng still exist. Of course, we are the police and are obviously not scared of them, but who can promise that they won't go bother our families instead? As for the people with supercars. To be frank, Shangcheng is the center of the nation's trade and economy, and those big companies and rich people are the pillars supporting this city. They are favored by the government, so in the end, we are the ones serving them. Su Cheng was curious. Wait, why the beautiful women? Zhang Ruyan immediately laughed. As the most prosperous city in the country, how many women are not here for the money? Out of all the cities, Shangcheng gets the highest influx of young and pretty girls every year, and what are they here for? Of course, it's to trade their youth for a luxurious life. So, the prettier girls are usually backed by some sugar daddy with a big background, and that's something we cannot mess with. Su Cheng nodded in agreement.